The bushings, right? The bushings go right outside this, right here, and fit like that. With the crack, you can see the crack on this side, facing me, just like that. Now, I remove the bracket off of that one, slide it on, bracket off of that one, slide it on, shits and giggles. Let's check out the old bushing.
I'm just ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood.
What's the other joint? What was the other joint we're looking at?
Okay, my will presidential, 10 presidential, money presidential, bitches presidential, everything black, so you know I'm presidential.
He gonna hook up in the front center, and he gonna pull at an angle that way.
Riding through the hood with my top down, she know I like it better with my top down. Niggas hating on me 'cause I'm hot now. No surprise, I know why I'm getting money. Yeah. It's a lovely day, so I'ma ride the city. Cup full of something to slow down my senses. The designer shoes cost a nice penny. That's $750. We talk Pacifics, that roll dough compliment.
Welcome back. We are on, I guess, video 2, not day 2, of the Lexus suspension upgrade. And so today I'm pulling apart the front end. It's about 102 outside today. Probably about 60% humidity. So the 102 here is not the 102 there. Just know that. I pulled down the shield, the splash shield under it. So to let y'all see what's going on. We can see the bottom guts. The shield is down right there. It's literally just a bunch of these 10mm Phillips screws. You could take a 10mm socket. I just use a Phillips bit on the screws. Took a bunch of screws off the perimeter and pulled it down. I'm actually gonna buy a new splash shield because this splash shield has been damaged. But I've used tap screws to fix it once, and then snaps and push-ins, and I swear I got all kind of stuff holding together. But it's sleek and flat to the bottom. But eventually, I'm probably gonna just change this whole splash shield out with another splash shield. And I think I seen one online for like $40. They done dropped dramatically from, I think, the 200 that I saw initially a long time ago. I do gotta change the oil filter. It's right there. So I'll drop that oil, change that oil out later. But right here we got the sway bar. Sway bar, this is, you can see the sway bar bushings. I'm trying to keep the orientation right with this video. But I definitely got light for y'all today. So you can see the sway bar bushing right here. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna change this whole sway bar out. But like I told y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, I bought the GS350 front bar. So I need to look and see if this bar fits exactly the way I think it does. And hopefully it should be the same bar. I mean, the shape looks exactly like it did initially. But before I do that, I'm gonna pull these down, take this off over here, take this one off to get this completely out the way. That way I can just pull this bar down, and then we'll come back over here and I'll line the bar right up. That is my little boot. I'll line the bar right up under this one, and I'll see exactly the shape of it to see if it's the same bar or not. And then once I figure it out, I'll go ahead and pop one impact, pop, take that down, put the new bar up there with the new bushings. I got my end links, my end links right here. It's the bottom of the sway bar end links. Come back over here, and same on this side. Oh shoot! I got the end links over there. I know I'm turning this camera all kind of ways. I'm trying to keep y'all upright. But the end links again, right here. I can't see what I'm looking at. Yeah, right there. So yeah, that's the top and bottom of the end links. So I'm gonna change those out so you can see how they're dark colored. That means they're pretty much busted. I'm also gonna change out this whole little bottom piece right here. So that's gonna be gone. These two bolts are gonna take it off, and I gotta take off these two top bolts for these for the top of these joints, and it's gonna drop that whole segment off, and then come back in, make sure I put the ride end on, and rebolt this whole connection and all that stuff right back together. And so that'll be changed out too. See every time you see all these bushes and joints, see all this dark colored fluid that leaked out, the grease that leaked out, that means they're done, they're gone. So those components will definitely cause more road vibration, more wear, all the above. And I'm looking at my belt too. My belt does not look bad. It's not cracking or nothing, but I know it'll be good to change that belt soon too. So that'll be the next thing I change. I see my tensioner right up. Where is it? Right there. Okay. So yeah, that'll be the next thing I change. Get up here, change that belt out. And it's always a good time to look and inspect, you know, all the little parts you got up in here and things you got going on in here, so you can see what's going on, what might need to be changed, fixed, removed, altered, all the above. So, but yeah, we'll get a little bit of access here. Drop that oil filter, then change the oil out this oil pan right here, and we'll better move on. This shouldn't take that long. Oh yeah, and those these right here, these what you call these, lower, not the traction, I keep forgetting the name of these things. I'm gonna unbolt those with my impact though and take those out and replace those as well. So hardest part is recording everything for you guys, which takes a lot of time. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I got a little hole in my intake around the little valve I gotta clip up on my intake. Just noticed that, so I'll definitely stop that up so all my airflow can go through. And yeah, we're good. All right, let me continue on. All right, I think I have some good news. This Megan sway bar, front sway bar for the 350, the GS350, is what appears to be exactly the same curves and fitment that goes on the 430. I'm trying to hold it still so you can see it. It's almost what for what. I really don't see the difference. Once I slide this thing back in the exact positions, it should work. It should work exactly the freaking same. Hey, that's good news. So let me get this thing installed, man. We got some good news, baby. Let's go. Okay. This is where the lower portion of the end link goes. All right, that one I couldn't hit as hard. Let me see if I can do this. All right, I'm gonna have to hold the center on this one because the other side I was just able to impact it right off. So I'm gonna have to hold the center still with a hex key. That's why I got that hex key in the inside, and use a ratchet wrench to take off, to unbolt it. So that way I'll get this one off. Let me go grab those tools. them bolts down. Got the other bolt over there. Alright, now the end links are out on the sway bar on both sides. Now got the 4 bolts, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. These 2 bolts on this side and the other side to take out. Then I'll be dropping this bar out. Okay, those bolts for the lower portion of the end links were 17 mil, and these bolts to drop the sway bar are 14 millimeters. Yeah, it's ready to come out. Let me just stick the end link in the hole to hold the bar up, which just doesn't come out difficult at all. And put this end link in the hole and hold it up. All right. Now, sway bar is dropped out. Pull my end links back out of the hole so I can access bar. Now, I'm gonna start working it out. Boom, like so. That is out. Now, go grab my new end links and these sway bar bushings and get them out and get them ready to set up to go in. All right, so I got the bars out and I got them oriented the same direction. Now, my end links, they're not universal. They have to go on the right side. And what I did was I put this in the right orientation, and I found the end link that had the same bend for the position of those 2 knuckles to see which direction it fit in for it to look exactly the same way, and the knuckles have to be facing the same way. And at first I thought I had it because I had the wrong one on the wrong side until I saw it and laid it against the next one. And then after I laid it down, I was able to easily see, like, okay, that's wrong. So now I got the end links on. I'm gonna actually tighten these up. Get a 19 millimeter. This is what I love about Impact, man. You don't gotta do things the actual normal way. I'm gonna impact them on. Oh yeah. See the impact going pop, pop, quick. You just, when it keeps tapping, it'll keep instant on with them taps, them love taps. I'm gonna do this side. I'll scratch my ball all the way up, but oh yeah, it's on. I'll go crazy with it. So now, bar is oriented. Oh, wrong way. Bar is oriented the same direction. Ooh, I don't want to lose my nut for this side. That's for the bottoms. My new nuts. And with the orientation the same way, knuckles can now face the same way. And bend the same direction so you guys can see. And do the same thing. So now we're down to the bushings, right? The bushings go right outside this right here and fit like that. With the crack, you can see the crack on this side facing me, just like that. Now I'll remove the bracket off of that one, slide it on, bracket off of that one, slide it on. Shits and giggles, Let's check out the old bushing. Look at it, old bushing is dry. You can hear it. Listen to this. Come hear this. Come hear this. Listen. I know that fan's on, but damn, listen. This little material separate on the inside. It looks all beat up and metallic looking in here. It's shiny. This thing was wallowed open from the side, as we saw earlier when I shot the video. Let's check this other side. Same thing. Untouched. Look, you can see how open and beat up it started looking on the inside. Kind of wallowed out. Opens up real easy, real loose. So out with the old, in with the new. Now originally I was gonna use those yellow bushings that I had bought, but I'm gonna use the mega ones. So those yellow bushings I bought came from a vendor off of eBay, and I don't know that vendor, so I know the mega name more than that vendor. So I'm gonna send those yellow bushings back, as well as for the rear bushings. I'm gonna send those back too. They also seemed a little loose. I think that there was a 2mm. So I think it's two different sizes of bushings for my rear sway bar bushings, and I think it's 15mm and 17mm or something like that. And I think mine's supposed to be like the smaller ones. So I'm gonna change those out as well, and I'll get those back. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get these things put on and attached. So basically I just went ahead and took the bar and just stuck it back up here the same way I took it down. I got these two bolts in right here. I'm gonna tighten these up with the impact. Same over here. I got these two bars tightened up with the impact, and then I'll just stick the nut on the back side of here and tighten up the lower link. And I mean, I just popped it right. As a matter of fact, and once I tighten it up, it's gonna be all the way up in there. Use the impact, tighten it on, and I mean, this install was about 15 minutes on this. 15 minutes tops, probably about 10 minutes honestly. So real quick. And then after this, put the shield back up. Well, I'm gonna put the shield up last just to be sure, after I get through with changing out the lower suspension points on the hubs, on the side, outside of the wheels, whatever, and the A-arms. And then I'll put the guard back under the bottom, and then we'll be done. All right, I'll tighten up those bolts. I mean, this install was fast as hell. But something I do want y'all to look at, in case y'all might notice on y'all GS's, so on my rack and pinion, my boot is gone. I mean, it's blown out in the front side. What I did was lube up in there a little bit, and you know, just for the temporary measures. I mean, it would have been a great time right now, because I'm taking off this piece to unscrew this, change the boot out on here, but I don't have that boot. So that'll be something I can do later, which still wouldn't be that hard. I have to unbolt it, then probably steer and turn away from it to get the ride off of it, and unloosen the ride and change the boot out. But again, on this one as well, I can see like the boot is like it's getting loose or kind of warped right in the same exact area. So check your boots on your rack and pinion on both sides, because that looks like a wear point which probably would be pretty common, especially that both of mine are doing it. So that's something to note. So let me go ahead and carry on to the next part of the install.